Hi everyone, welcome to Glorious Events YouTube channel. We are at Century Cinemax right here in Acacia Mall. Uganda's economy was opened on New Year's Day, and so cinemas are open. Feel free to get some time off your schedule, pass by, catch a movie, enjoy yourself, just have fun. So I was here yesterday to catch a movie, Spider-Man. If you've not seen it, please rush. I will not tell you what is in it. You have to see it by yourself. And Century Cinemax is showing it right here in Acacia Mall, and they have another branch at Metroplex Nalia, which is bigger, better, the biggest screen in Kampala with very nice sound system. So make sure you catch it either at Metroplex or here. Back to the point, I was here catching a movie, and guess who I bumped into? The biggest filmmaker right now. That is Loukman Ali, the man behind The Girl in a Yellow Jumper, the first Ugandan movie to be featured on Netflix. If you've not watched that movie, make sure you do. I had to pull him and have a chat with him so that you can see where he derives his inspiration from, what his vision is, what his goals are. So let's go and have that chat with him. Remember to subscribe, like, share. Subscribe if you have not. Support Glorious Events and Loukman Ali's YouTube channel. Thanks. You know, the trending, topmost film right now is The Girl in the Yellow Jumper, and I'm so privileged, so humbled, and so happy to be hosting the man behind it all, Loukman Ali. Thank you so much for accepting to be on my channel today. Cool. How are you?
I'm okay. How are you?
Big congratulations. Big congratulations are in order to you for the work that you have done. So
thank you very much.
So I've been watching the movie itself and some others that you have done, and I observed that you have this liking to action, a lot of crime scenes and all that. What's your motivation? What's your drive towards that genre?
This is the kind of movies I grew up on. So when I was in my childhood, when I wanted to be a filmmaker, that's the kind of movies I wanted to make.
You are watching.
That's what I wanted to make, so that's why that's what I'm making.
That's what you gravitate to.
Yeah, because I want to be true to what I wanted to always do. You know?
And also on your Instagram, I came to see that you're an artist. You bring these drawings to life in your stories. Tell us more about that.
Well, I started out as a sketch artist, so that's like where everything started from.
The background.
Yeah, so drawing is where everything started from.
That's amazing. And many people might just know The Girl in the Yellow Jumper, but there are many other films that you have done. Please tell us about those. I know some of them. My favorite is The Blind Date, because I love romantic scenes and anything to do with love, marriage and all that. But tell us more about the other short films that you have worked on, or other projects that you have worked on.
My first one was a short film called Monday, and I made The Bad Mexican, which is also a short film. Then I made The Girl in the Yellow Jumper.
Yeah.
Then The Blind Date and 16 Rounds.
16 Rounds. I watched 16 Rounds. I must say, I was telling my sister that your trailers scare me. They are not the normal, typical storyline. There's a lot of twists in the plots and all that. So I really commend your creativity in coming up with such films. Maybe another thing you should tell us, why do you prefer short films vis-a-vis the longer? I think your longest is this one, The Girl in the Yellow Jumper, with 1 hour 20 minutes. But most of them are short clips. How come you chose to do that?
Sometimes it boils down to money, and also making a feature film is very difficult, narrative-wise. This is why I made 2 short films, then I made a feature film, and I quickly realized that I wasn't ready for that, so then I went back to short films. So that's the reason. Money and sometimes the expertise required. I didn't have them.
That's true. And that brings me to the film industry in Uganda. It's still growing. It's not yet where I would like it to be. So maybe what advice can you give other people in that industry? Because I know they're looking up to you right now. You've really inspired many upcoming producers, directors, writers to know that this can actually happen. So what is that one thing you can tell them, those who are in this line in the film industry?
Resilience. They should just keep doing what they're doing, and the more you do, the better you get. That's all I can say. Just keep doing what you're doing.
Great. And for those who don't know, Loukman Ali has a YouTube channel, so you can actually find the short films on the YouTube channel and see all of them. Leave a comment, like, subscribe. Another observation, I've seen familiar faces, if I can say that. There's Michael Wawuyo Jr. and Senior, who are my all-time big favorite actors, and some other familiar faces in your movies. How come you prefer to use the same people in the different projects? It's not that they're bad, it's just an observation I'm making, and I'd like to know why you prefer that consistency.
First off, because they are good at what they do. I think that's one of the major reasons, and also professional people. A lot of people think that they can do what these guys are doing, and they can't, simply can't. So until someone else proves that they can do better, I really have no reason, because I spend so much money making these things work. So I'm not going to just get a random person simply because they want, or simply because some people are saying they want new faces. It's not my responsibility to give them new faces. They should cast them in their own things.
You recently put out a cast for people to submit.
Yeah.
How did that go? How did you find the talent
Most of them were rubbish.
Guys, you need to step up. You need to
99.9% were terrible.
That's sad. So my other question is, in Uganda here, we are not yet there, but what could be your favorite films, Ugandan films, so far? Maybe top 2 or 3?
I'm forgetting the names.
Or actors, or actresses, or producers, just people you think are doing a commendable job.
Well, the actors are clearly the ones that I work with. In regards to films, I'm not sure. I don't want to.
Could I poke you a bit? How did you find November Tears?
November Tear. Yeah, I watched the first. I think I watched the first cut. And
how about
I actually consulted on that film.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I consulted on the editing. I think it's a decent film. For me, to be honest, I watch movies for entertainment. I don't mind so much what the subject is. So I wouldn't necessarily go for a film simply because it tackles something. If it's fun, if it's not, then.
So, what do you look up to? What are those people you look up to?
I look up to James Cameron, mostly,
And your favorite film internationally doesn't have to be Ugandan?
My favorite film is Inglourious Basterds. Inglourious Basterds.
I should check that out. I have not seen that. Okay, just last as we summarize, what are the challenges you're facing in the film industry here in Uganda, and what are those solutions? Because we don't want to say government, what are those practical solutions you think people can embrace and really just step it up?
Of course, we lack funding, but so does every other industry. There's so many things we lack. Policies that can help us. And the solutions, I think, they also start with us. We need to practice our game, and we need to do better work so that at least we have the the audience on our side before the government can join in. Yeah, so maybe if we start by improving ourselves.
True. What's your vision for what you're doing? What do you want to reach?
I just want to make more and better films.
Right.
Yeah.
So before we broke off for the lockdown, you had set to premiere The Girl in the Yellow Jumper. So are you going to redo that? Are you considering premiering it or these other movies?
Nah, I'm planning on doing some other things.
Something else.
Yeah.
You're working on a totally new project.
Yeah.
That's good because you keep moving forward.
Yeah.
So thank you so much for your time.
Okay.
Really appreciate it, guys. If you have not seen The Girl in the Yellow Jumper, please get your Netflix, get someone who has an account. Just make sure you watch it because it's worth it and it's on the global market right now. Thank you so much for putting us on the map and for the work you're doing. I commend you for that.
Thanks for having me.
So much.